Good morning. Welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph and I'm here with Dion today. Today we're going to look at the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's happening. Looks like the market is going sideways. And then Dion is going to give us a signal on the VERGE coin, that's XVG. Good morning, Dion. How are you doing?
Hi, morning guys. Well, and you, Joseph?
Very good, thank you.
Okay, so just looking at the dollar, I think that's why everything is just ranging sideways. It's because the dollar has no clear direction at the moment. So also just completely ranging sideways, and that means all our other markets as well. I'm not even going to look through them. There's nothing interesting in any of the indices or nothing there in our Bitcoin dominance. It's all just very boring, plain sailing. Ethereum here on the 4 hour, I can see is just like going 100% sideways. There's no action there. Bitcoin also, this is also the 4 hour chart. We can just have a look at the what's been happening lately, and still everything unchanged, still trading in this downward sloping parallel channel, trying to break out to the top side here. And then we're also just looking at this, so you can see the price is being squeezed here. So it's getting to a point where it has to make some kind of decision whether we're going up or down. And normally when Bitcoin squeezes like this, then there's a big move to either the upside or the downside, but there's definitely a move coming. You can see if we just put the Bollinger Bands on. So yeah, it was like tunneling, and then when it had that move, it had this big explosive move, and you can see since it's September, beginning September, we've just been tunneling sideways, just nothing happening. So you can see the price is just being squeezed and getting ready for, I think, another massive move to the up or downside. And my guess would be towards the upside. If you look at all these wicks here, it looks as if they're trying to trap traders to short, and then they would take it to the upside to clean them out. So I don't know, it's just a hunch, but we could go up or down. No one is sure exactly what's happening at the moment. And our key levels, we've lost our 19,500 that we had yesterday, is now resistance again. So we're trading above 19,000 and basically just going sideways, waiting for that big move to come. The trade that I'm watching is XVG. So you'll see, yeah, this is also the 4 hour chart. It's been very strong, very much like Bitcoin. If you had to just draw a line, you can see that it's basically just in a upward trend. So looking good, very much, as I say, like Bitcoin. And recently, the only thing I've seen with it is, if it hits the support line, it normally makes a very nice bounce up to the top side. So XVG just has the possibility to make a massive move, and it does that regularly and often. So we're getting to the point again where it's on that support line. I would just wait, just to be sure, wait for that move in Bitcoin to happen, and then this I think is going to obviously happen at a much bigger scale. So if Bitcoin moves 2-3% to the upside, then this is going to move 5-10%, 15-20%, even maybe even more. So I would go down to even to the 1 hour and look for an entry there on just all the old faithfuls. RSI at the moment, you can see, is under 50, so that has to be above 50 for us to get a move to the upside. The stochastic here, you can see the green is still under the red, so we're waiting for that, and also to come down to the oversold region. So we just need to give this a bit of time, but keep an eye on it. The minute this happens, it's just going to run up, and it, as I said, it has the possibility to just in one candle do a 20% move. And then this is the MACD, is also below the 0 point, and we're waiting for a signal for the lines to cross here to get a signal. So I suppose they would all give them at roughly the same time. So we just need to give a bit of time on XVG, but it's going to make a very nice run. And wherever you catch it, if it does break down a bit and come bounce off this line again, we could then I would target at least 5% and then just move my stop loss up, but just to the recent highs is 15%, and these moves that it does very, very often, you can see it's done it here and here and here and here, like 4 or 5 times just in the past month. It's been a 25% move, so it's not one that you must just cash out. It's one that you must, it's better to just ride it with a stop loss and see if you can't catch one of those big moves on it. But I think you're safe for at least a minimum of 5% to 10%, and then if you're lucky you can catch one of these massive moves to the upside if you're in it. I mean, these last ones were up to 50%, so it's a very nice coin to keep an eye on, and I think it's getting to the point where it's ready to spike up. It's been consolidating and getting ready for a nice move, same as Bitcoin. That's it from me, Joseph. Short and sweet today.
Yeah, this XVG is a wonderful DCA coin coin to trade on. I just ran my optimizer here, and I can see you can just double your money just by making small trades of DCA. Just that just tips that little spikes that it makes to the upside. So wonderful coin to trade. Yes, I'm definitely gonna take this trade on XVG on the VERGE. It's also at the very nice low level. It's maybe not 100% at the bottom, but you know, it's very difficult to time the bottom in any case, but it's at a good buying area. It's not at the high, you know. The markets is at some point going to start going up, and then our struggle is going to be the whole time to wait for lows to buy. But you know, this market is actually so nice because you always have lows to buy at, and that makes it actually easy to buy. You just have to be a little bit more patient to wait for those little up runs that happens every once in a while. Yeah, thank you very much, Dion. Tell me, you didn't say much about Ethereum. Just tell me, you know, I was lying my bed this morning before I got up, and I thought, you know, we're so hyped up about that Ethereum merge, and I actually bought quite a bit of Ethereum, and now I'm sitting with it, and nothing happened. So, what do you think is going to happen with Ethereum?
Geez, I'm not sure. I'm reading good things and bad things about this Ethereum merge, so it's really like a 50% thing for me. I'm not sure, but I mean, we all know it, and it's come down from like $4,000 odd, and there's so many projects on it. It can't just disappear, and it can't just stay down here forever. So I would just hold it. I honestly don't know why things aren't just flying with it. It's what everyone was expecting after the merge, but it's just not happening. But the entire market, I was reading lots of Forex news recently over the past few days, and those markets are all just going sideways. It's the war in Russia, it's just so many things, but Ethereum specifically has quite a lot of good and bad news articles when you start reading up on it. So but I don't know. Personally, I've also got some Ethereum, not much, but I have, and I would just sit it out. Sometimes you just have to give it a month or 2 or 3 or 6. We know crypto; it will bounce back sometime for sure.
Yeah. So with Ethereum, it actually started to become deflationary now because I don't have to print so much Ethereum to pay all the fees, and so actually we could actually have a negative inflation probably from next month or the month after, where there's actually going to be less and less Ethereum because they actually burn Ethereum through this whole process. Yeah, so you know, even if you just hold onto your Ethereum, it will get more and more valuable. So that's actually a very good thing. Okay, well that's awesome. I got 2 more sessions planned for today. So there comes this guy, Crypto Wolf, he calls himself, and he completely debunked Steve from Crypto Crew University's $90,000 Bitcoin. You know, I think he said in May 2025. We're going to hit 90,000. He explains why. And I just thought, you know what? This guy, he's got very good charts and indicators that why he explains that that's not true. He reckons Bitcoin is going to go far higher. He's got a far more positive expectation. He says, that whole idea that Bitcoin only would go, you divide the growth by 5.3. He says that's not sustainable. It's maybe in the first few cycles, but after a while, it's not sustainable because that means Bitcoin will actually go lower and lower, after the next high. But I just thought, just to get a little balance in there, to get the dialogue going, this is a good session to do. And then I also want to do, we're going to do a session about some crypto news on Polkadot, Ripple, and Chiliz. And those coins are very important coins for us because we are invested in them. And I thought let's look at those news also. Dion, I'll see you in the next session and we can look at these things.
Great, thanks guys, see you just now.